When we talk about the heart, it helps to think of it as a pump that never rests because every moment it pushes blood through the body to deliver oxygen and nutrients and remove waste. And the way it does this depends on how its chambers are arranged and how they contract in a repeating cycle. And understanding this structure and the cycle makes it easier to see how the heart controls how much blood and body receive at any moment. The heart has four chambers, two arteria at the top and two ventricles at the bottom. And the arteria receive blood coming into the heart, while the ventricles push blood out into the lungs and the rest of the body. And the right side of the heart deals with deoxygenated blood going to the lungs, while the left side handles oxygenated blood returning from the lungs. And the left ventricle has a thicker wall because it needs more force to send blood throughout the entire body. The heart has values that keep blood moving in one direction, and these include the tricuspid value, mitral value, pulmonary value, and aortic value. And these values open when pressure builds in one chamber and close when the heart relaxes so the blood does not flow backward. And this simple one-way system makes sure every heartbeat pushes blood with the right amount of force. Every heartbeat, blood flows into the right atrium, moves to the right ventricle, and then goes to the lungs to receive oxygen. And after that, it returns to the left atrium, goes into the left ventricle, and it pumps out the body. And this loop repeats constantly, with each heartbeat moving blood through the same path. And the timing of the values opening and closing helps control the direction and the pressure of the flow. And once you see this pattern, the movements of the cardiac cycle become easier to understand. The cardiac cycle describes everything that happens in the heart during one heartbeat, and it includes the filling phase and contraction phase. And the filling phase is called diastole, where the chambers relax and pull blood in, and the contraction phase is called systole, where the ventricles push blood out to the lungs and the rest of the body. And this cycle repeats beat after beat, keeping blood moving continuously. At the end of the diastole, the atria contract briefly to push a little more blood into the ventricles, and this small push helps the ventricles fill completely before they contract. And even though this step seems small, it helps increase the efficiency of each heartbeat, especially during exercise when the heart needs to work faster. And after atrial systole, the ventricles hold the maximum amount of blood they will pump out in that cycle. When the ventricles contract, pressure rises quickly, causing the atrioventricular value to close so blood does not go backward into the atria. And then the semilunar value opens to allow blood to move into the aorta and pulmonary artery. And this is the strongest part of the heartbeat, where most of the force comes from, especially from the left ventricle. And after the blood is pushed out, the ventricles relax and prepare for the next filling phase. Cardiac output is the amount of blood the heart pumps in 1 minute, and it depends on how fast the heart beats and how much blood leaves the ventricle with each beat. And this means cardiac output equals heart rate multiplied by stroke volume. And both of these can change depending on activity, stress, or rest. And the body adjusts cardiac output to match what the tissues need at any moment. Stroke volume increases when the heart fills with more blood or when the heart muscles contracts more strongly. The heart rate increases when the body needs more oxygen and cardiac output rises during exercise because muscles need more blood, and it decreases when the body is resting because the demand is lower. And these adjustments happen automatically through signals from the nervous system and hormones. The heart controls the flow of the blood. Every cell depends on it. And even slight changes in the heart function can affect energy levels, breathing, temperature, and overall health. And knowing how the cardiac cycle works and what cardiac output depends on helps explain why the heart responds the way it does during stress, rest, activity, or illness. And this understanding makes the structure and function of the heart feel more connected in everyday life.